The Tower of Personality, Devereux Sandberg 2024. From early infancy we begin to construct the tower of our personality. Brick by brick it will slowly become a vast memeplex, a conglomeration of ideas about the kind of person that we are. We like this type of food, this type of clothing. Our political views are this way, for all these reasons. This type of person is a drag, this type is cool, and so on. Yet this ever-expanding tower of mimetic selfhood is not constructed on firm ground. It is built on the terrain of our traumatized and conditioned awareness. The ground beneath our feet is riddled with holes, gaps in our being. And in fact the tower has slowly built itself in a manner that serves to keep us from falling into all those holes inside of us. Our personality on one level is simply a workaround, a way of getting through the day without touching the wounds. This tower has been represented symbolically as Tarot Key 16. In the Tarot Key, the tower is being hit by a bolt of lightning which represents spiritual awakening. The falling figures represent our self-conscious and subconscious minds. But we don't actually need that stuff here. What we're concerned with is the ground beneath the tower. In the version on the right, I've judiciously added a few holes, some gaps where you can see through, to represent the state of this ground. So this is our state. We live in this vast tower of our personality, which is a conglomeration of memes that coexist and that have become who we are. Ideas and opinions that we hope will help us get our needs met and stop us from falling into the holes in our being. One way out of this suboptimal form of existence is to seek the spiritual awakening depicted in the card above. Though of course the tower may simply rebuild itself as a more spiritual tower afterwards. Another perhaps better way is to simply fill in the holes. But how do we do this? Body-based therapy is a way to do this. Working with the body is not about asking the tower to tell us its stories of how its childhood was. It's not about patronizing the tower's desire to narcissistically indulge itself through self-psychologizing. We don't mind about the stories that the tower is telling itself. They are fine and can sometimes be useful. But the important thing is to get the gaps filled. The gaps are accessible via our muscles and body fascia. They are found in our shallow breathing and in the lack of sensation in our lower back and our belly. As we proceed along the journey with bioenergetics and Reichian work, slowly the gaps become filled and a curious thing starts to happen. The tower doesn't become stronger, neither weaker, it becomes fluid. We can be it when we need it and we can drop it when we don't. It has also changed a little along the way. The stories it tells itself change. But the main quality that we now have is a sense of presence, of being moment by moment sufficiently aware that we can use our tower when we need to and yet not be used by it. Thank you for listening.